Livingston, man. Let's get it on!
We all go die! We all go die! We all go die! It's a we all go die Wednesday!
Welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Southern Tier Prepper, Gick Rhymes, Pennsylvania Preparedness, Betty Lou Tower, Bug Out Adventures, Anne-Marie, Love and Life, Holly Ivins, Micro Wolf, Smoking Swamp Outdoors, Loretta Hooch, Rebecca Evans. What's good, everybody? Canadian, good to see you. Dawn E, how are you? I hope everybody's doing fabulous on this We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Livingston, man, what's good, my brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. 3 out of 9. Good to see you. Yeah, we're still here. I mean, this is what edition are we on?
74.
74 editions of We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Every day you hear in the YouTube world somebody telling you you're gonna die from some stupid bullshit today.
You don't
I'm here to tell you
your evil, filthy ways right now.
it's crock of bullshit.
Try my program, bro. I got the
Robert Bates,
solutions.
prepping with pugs, all-American prepper, New York redneck, the prepared Irishman, Cowboy 3-2 actual. What's good, everybody? John Walsh, what's happening, brothers? Good to see you.
John Walsh is America's most wanted
Good
guy.
to see you. After we discuss him tonight, possibly, because we do have to talk about this gentleman in the chat here this evening.
He's one of America's most wanted, that's for sure.
Yeah. Phalanx K9 Modular Dog Training. What's good, my brother? Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight. Really appreciate it. No real agenda tonight, Livingston, man, other than flowing with the topic of discussion that is, we've been there before. Does everything feel familiar, folks? The headlines and the news, I mean, everything. It's like a freaking carbon copy of 4 years ago, Livingston, man. This is modern day Groundhog Day, folks.
The rematch, the reboot, the big retcon. We're gonna revisit the era. We're gonna just do the same damn stupid shit we did
John
last
Walsh
time.
says, I smoke USA Gold and I like it. Hey, I ain't mad at you, bro. Live your life. Live your
Appreciate
life.
you.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Bro, it's Groundhog Day. I feel like fucking Bill Murray. I wake up every day and it's the same headlines that it's been for the last 4 years. You know what I mean? It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, guys. It's like perpetual craziness. And I think it's almost on purpose, Livingston, man, to drive us to a complete state of insanity. How much of this can we actually put up with?
There is no past and there is no future, only an eternal present.
Yeah. God, that would really be hell, wouldn't it?
Look at it.
Saying, some random dude, that would be some shit, bro. That would be some shit, I'm telling you. Bug Out Adventure says, to infinity and beyond. Pennsylvania Preparedness. Yes, he is getting deep. He does that from time to time.
Not my words.
Hey.
George Orwell's. That was the gist of the Inner Party in 1984. I will forever quote that book because they're using it as an instruction manual. Yeah. So if you want a leg up on the way the world works, you should read that book and make a good idea to attempt to understand it. I don't know if there's a study version of it, but there should be.
Yeah, man. Maybe we should write that. This
here's
is
what
the
he's
study
talking
guide
about,
that goes along with your copy of 1984.
But that's what they did. They picked a present that they considered to be perfect, and they kept everything there, statistics, everything. And when it didn't agree with the present, they burnt it.
Yeah.
But other times they were forced.
Rewrite
They were forced to pull it out of the incinerator and reboot it, and then just do it again because, you guys, you see what's going on. If you're here, you see what's going on.
Yeah, you know the thing. You know the thing.
You know the thing,
Gotta
man.
do it, man. Gotta do it. Oh, Livingston, man. That's one down.
Beer?
I better. No, none for me, thanks. I'm driving.
Oh, wow. Stopped no one.
Studio is loaded with bulls, though.
Bulls and bears, too.
We hide them behind the couch, try and keep them locked up. Southern Tier Prepper says, next fundraiser, copies of 1984 signed by Mike and Livingston, man. I'm down. Southern Tier Prepper, I got you covered. You get the first one for free. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Bring the book.
If you're not the type to read books, and I get it, there's also a really great movie, but look for the British version of it. Maybe there's an American one, but like
yeah.
I saw this British version of it that was like, okay, that's the book in movie form, and it's good. If you're here, you know what 1984 is. And
yeah, and if you don't, if you dig through YouTube enough, you can actually find it in audiobook, Livingston, man. That's where I got my first heaping dose of 1984. And it was narrated by a British man. Very, very well done. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
There's a counterpart to it. There's three main Dystopian, the first ones, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And there's so many of them. But, all right, so what I'm going to call my classics is, of course, 1984, Brave New World, where it wasn't so like violent and dark and cold as 1984 was. In A Brave New World, they worshipped industrialization, and humans were bred to serve a purpose. There was different classes of them, but they were bred to not like discriminate against one another. They simply knew that they were better, but it didn't make the other guy less, if that makes any sense.
Right.
They found a savage man, they called him, a guy that was like like from an uncontacted tribe, and they drug him back to society and made him like this big thing, and like, ooh, look at the barbarian guy and all this. And then there's Fahrenheit 451, where the guy's job is he's a burner, I think they call it. His job is to go find books and burn them. They didn't want people to know anything. Whereas in Brave New, so between 1984, George Orwell feared a society that didn't know how to read and was lied to and just corrupted by authority.
Right.
The guy that wrote Brave New World, Aldous Huxley, his fear was that people wouldn't care if this happened.
I kind of think we're at a good blend of the two, wouldn't you say, Livingston, man?
And Fahrenheit 451 more or less is a slam job on like censorship in general.
Yeah. 1984 is about censorship and the rewriting.
Complete repression, they call it.
Yeah.
Everything you know is a lie, and everything you don't know is also a lie. Like no one knows. That's where I get my philosophy on the truth is dead. Is what they did in 1984. There was no truth. It was
this constant evolving narrative, we'll call it.
But in that it didn't evolve. It always stayed the same. Even if people knew it was a lie, they just didn't care. There was nothing they could do.
Yeah. And Southern Tier Prepper, we're getting deeper into the dystopian nightmare every day. I agree.
I reference these three books regularly because someone is using them as an instruction manual. So if you're the type to understand what I mean, know your enemy, because they're using these books against you, and if you know what is in these books, that's in your best interest.
Yeah. Again, with the title of the stream, we've been there before. Some people will say there's nothing new under the sun. It's all been done before, right? And it's all being tried in some cases again, right? And they just smack a different name on it, brand it as something else, and then shove it back down your throat, right? For instance, I personally believe that liberalism is a socialism. I think they're one and the same, Livingston, man. I think they're the same thing, just rebranded as something else, right?
Well, some of them call themselves democratic socialists. Lots of people have called themselves socialists. I mean, humans are a social species, right? I mean, we come together, we form communities, we look out for one another. but politically, socialism means something different than that.
Right.
I'm not going to say that applied correctly, socialism won't work. The problem is that humans apparently cannot apply it correctly. Socialism automatically brings repression, just and violence, in some case, genocide. What all the lots of really negative things.
Their big thing is they say it's never been tried right before.
I'm saying it too, and it can't be
right,
because what communism, what Karl Marx never counted on apparently was human nature.
Yeah, that funny thing sneaks in there on you, and you know, people don't. Change is often uncomfortable, Livingston Man. Whether it's change for the good, or just change in general. Change
is that what the Khmer Rouge told the citizens of Cambodia as they killed 2 million of them?
No, I don't.
This is going to be uncomfortable.
So. I don't think so. But change
hurts you a lot more than
honestly.
It hurts me.
Change is uncomfortable. You know, quitting smoking. That was a huge change for me. Very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. And over time, I've grown more comfortable without it. Right. So that was a big thing for me. It was a big change, whole lifestyle change. I don't find myself in the convenience stores as much. Therefore, I don't buy as many soft drinks. Therefore, maybe I'm even more so healthier than just quitting the cigarettes. Maybe the lack in sugar and everything else is beneficial as well, right? Could be. Who knows? Maybe, you know, small changes have big ripple effects is all I'm saying, Livingston Man. CUCV Farmer says, socialism only works in 2 places, heaven where it's needed and hell where they already have it, says Ronald Reagan. Yeah. So Moonsparrow says, 6 months, no nicotine. It's a prep. Yeah. I'm on there too. Man, it's got to be about that long, right? What was it? September, October, November, December, February, March. Yeah, 6 months, no nicotine. Yes.
You know, I'm smoking for 2 now, okay? Like Yardbirds.
Yardbirds, yeah. No, I'm not saying that. No, I didn't quit smoking because I didn't like it. I didn't quit smoking because I wanted to quit smoking. It was a political statement, man. I was done paying the state's taxes on them, and I just said enough.
See, this is fucking socialism. See, now his freeloading ass is sucking up my tax dollars.
Yeah, there it goes.
My cigarettes only go halfway now. Inflation.
Canadian says 11 months here, no smoking, saving a lot of money. Absolutely. And you know what? It's funny because...
it's Joel right now.
No. Once all that money that you save not buying cigarettes,
that I am in agreement with.
It just disappears. Somehow, when I quit, the system of things, of bills and ebbs and flows, just seemed to suck more money out of my wallet every week. So there was no money for cigarettes. Apparently, the timing was impeccable because I'm broke. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate it. Yardbirds, yes, makes me look cool and help me keep my head level. You know, that was my...
it's my edgy persona.
Yeah, well, it was my even kilter for so many years. So...
Because this makes you look cool, right?
Yeah,
that was cool, man.
Totally. I miss smoking cigarettes, but I can't do it anymore. Put my foot down.
We all know they're not good for you. Every smoker knows they're not good for you. Every smoker tells their kids, like, don't
smoking. You know, they're not good for you. Maybe
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to apologize for smoking, okay?
No, live your life, bro. Do your thing.
Come in my live chat about freedom and start lecturing me about smoking. Catch a band hammer. There's your fucking freedom. How you like that? You want censorship? You got it. Preachers.
Moonsprout says alcohol next 2 days of sobriety. Wow. Yardbirds, I'm saying nobody likes a quitter. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. Sam Walsh, live your life, bro. That's it. Rob K, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by this We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
It's my freedom. You want to tell them about these cool shirts we're wearing, or are we waiting on that?
Yeah. Have you guys seen these shirts? I mean, it's a matching pair. Livingston Man, take us to the website.
I'll show you something real quick.
Could you please take me to the website? These shirts.
Of course, first.
No, you're not going to see these shirts here.
Not here, but
not here. We'll get back to Mickwick because Mickwick is, you know, they're right there.
If you buy the shirt and you really hate it, you can go to Mickwick and take care of it.
Yeah, just something tells me that you're not going to hate it. Fearthepeople.co. This shirt right here, fearthepeople.co. These are super, super limited edition.
Is it showing it?
T-shirts. Indeed.
Okay.
It is Tar and Feather Your Local Tyrants from fearthepeople.co. Extremely limited edition. And Livingston Man, they have PVC morale patches out now too. You click the shop button for us, it'll bring us right to the
No, I came here before, and I think he's only got 2 so far.
Yeah, that's correct. This is the very humble beginnings.
You can get the shirt and you can get the patch.
That's right.
He's got there's a promo code too. I saw it before.
Yeah, but he's already got the prices knocked down for folks. This is like the grand opening of fearthepeople.co. Great company. He has a no commie guarantee, Livingston Man, on every piece of clothing or garment or anything that you get from him. 100% made in America by Americans. The commie-free guarantee at fearthepeople.co. Check them out. They're on Instagram, Facebook. The X now. It used to be a Twitter thing, but it's X now. I think the in is LinkedIn, if memory serves me correctly. He's got a YouTube button and the old TikTok for now.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that. Rescue, what's good, my brother? But yeah, guys, check them out. Fearthepeople.co. Great shirts, great products. Americans doing American things.
And it's a nice shirt.
Fucking love that shit.
It's a nice shirt.
Love it. Some random dude, have a great night, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. We all gonna die Wednesday. Some random dude checking out.
We have decided that this live stream was
bro, the back of this shirt is fire. It's fire. Look at that. Look at that shirt.
Okay.
I'm saying.
What better way to attract more like-minded individuals than to, walk in your local convenience store being like, you know what? Cashier's like, that'll be $37.95. Tarred and feathered. Tyranny.
Ed Bennett says TikTok is for Twitter before the elections. I think I'm missing a word there. Did the thing shrink on us?
Thing?
Yeah, the chat thing. That's weird.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
Oh, okay.
Fixed it.
Gotcha.
How's that? Now we see the whole thing. Look, not perfect.
Guys in the chat, listen, I got to be honest with you. The glitches that we've been seeing lately, Livingston Man, not everybody's devices have been affected. But we've seen glitches in the phones. We've seen glitches in the internet. We've seen glitches in the social media. We use a lot of these things to communicate. So that's my concern. So I've been like in overdrive, like really talking to people, trying to figure out comms beyond the cell phone, beyond the home phone, beyond the websites, the Facebook messengers, the WhatsApps, all that stuff. Anything internet-based, I'm trying to get away from, which leaves me in the pool of radio communications and those new mesh-tastic things. You guys know what I'm talking about. Those little wireless things where you still use your cell phone. I don't know much about.
I'm just going to tell you about that way. What that is they going to ban TikTok, acting like, oh my God, this is a Chinese security issue. And they're going to let y'all use these mesh-tastic shits. That's the actual Chinese thing, okay? Come on, man. And if let's assume, okay, you're allowed to have this shit, means like they have this shit and you ain't, secure comms is not a thing, correct?
Yeah.
So now you're plugging into,
well,
if this is America and if you're allowed to have it, they either have it already and broke it or they invented it and want you to have it so that they can spy on you with complete impunity.
Oh,
but you think it's not
but
that.
Of course, I think the government has a backdoor into everything.
Prism, all these NSA,
they have a backdoor into everything.
See this thing here, this fucking brick right here is the most unsecure freaking data monitoring Chinese spy tool, and you need one. You have to have one. You can't be an American without that. What do you think that thing does? And honestly, where do you suppose it was made?
Just saying.
Unless stated otherwise.
Yep. I like Moonsprout's idea of the homing crows and shit hit the fan. I've always wanted a pet crow. He doesn't have to live in a cage or anything, you know, but just somebody that I'm cool with.
I mean,
Like,
you
yo,
like
that's
pet, like,
Rick,
yo, what up,
my
dog?
crow. He's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, he shows up.
Yeah.
Like, it's my bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that of all things, I don't know what they suppose data mining is going on like through TikTok, because
So here's my fear, Livingston.
people doing stupid dances, idiot kids killing themselves doing stupid pranks, and okay, so where's the security issue here? What are government officials like live streaming on TikTok or something? What's the big deal? And this, you know why this sets a precedent. I'm no fan of TikTok. I don't even fucking use it. I hate it. People they do this. Like, oh, it's somebody else's video. Like, they'll just take this video right here, and when I start dropping truth like I am right now, they'll just be like in the corner, like pointing at what I'm saying. It's stupid. Like, of all things, that's not a security issue. Look at this TikTok shit. Now, the real data miners are obviously, I don't know, every other thing that we're so used to and accustomed to, where they're like, well, you got to have an account to use this thing. We need your social security number to do this thing. We need this, that, the other thing. You can't buy a video game without having to open a fucking account for some shit, share all kinds of information. They're not mining it. You're fucking giving it to them because they make it impossible for you to use the thing unless you do. Facebook does it. YouTube does it. Every single thing on the internet does it. Except cookies. Oh, I have to look at the fucking website. So you accept the cookies because I want to read the website. Bad, they got your data. They want to come up TikTok's ass like it's spying on us. China doesn't need to spy on us. We broadcast our lives on the internet all day. What you had for dinner, what your fucking kid's name is, what your pet did. All of it. There's no need for a third party to spy on Americans. We broadcast it freely.
You ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. So I think the TikTok thing is a slippery slope, Livingston.
Then it turns into everything made in China is illegal because it's a spy tool.
Well, here...
My GoPros are made in China. My phone's made in China. My computer's made in China.
So TikTok's not the only thing they're after. They're also after DJI, the drone company, who also happens to make your favorite new action camera, Livingston.
I'm not going to give it the favorite term yet, but I do like it a lot.
But yeah, Pennsylvania preparedness, you're absolutely correct. TikTok is educational in China. It's not all these kids doing dumb shit. It's educational, and it's mandated to be just that, an educational tool for children. They encourage them to use it because it teaches them life skills and values and things like that.
Ed Benoit, they don't need location data to find certain locations and sensitive locations because they fly fucking spy balloons over us and we don't shoot them down. But really, like, kids with TikTok is the problem. That's the fucking security vulnerability. My ass, dude. There's your vulnerability.
So I think that perhaps the federal government doesn't have their
together.
No, they don't have their spy tentacles completely embedded into TikTok the way that they do with, let's say the Alphabet company, right? Alphabet company is Google's parent company, which is the umbrella that everything falls underneath. Your TikTok, well, not your TikTok, but your YouTube and all of the other Google things, the Meets, the Google Duos, your Gmail, all of that is under this umbrella. And they are they read that shit in real time. Real time.
What's funny is everybody hates Mark Zuckerberg, but nobody even knows who owns Google.
Rescue, that could be a good part of it too. Rescue says they want to ban TikTok to then funnel the media control through Facebook this election year. The problem with that is Facebook is actually, they're done with politics. If you share politics or anything political based on Facebook, correct, they're going to shadow ban all of that content. And you're going to see puppy and cat videos. That's how they will handle this next election. They just will not entertain it.
I've said that if you tell the truth on Facebook, no one likes it because no one sees it.
Mamacita 904, good to see you. Yeah.
That's why when you say something that's like, yo, that shit was fire.
With Instagram, you put out something that you feel should, get a response and nobody says anything. It's like, man, that kind of went over like a fart in church, and it's not even really that. It's just nobody saw it because they bought it and stacked it.
Yeah, if they had saw it, they would have liked it, and that's the problem.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. B Local, what's good, my brother? But yeah, all political stuff on those social media platforms is going to be suppressed all the way down to the bottom until you don't see it ever again.
Well, you know, you can't blame these companies for that because they caught a lot of heat for their so-called role in all kinds of election interference and every other thing.
So much drama.
Because you notice that as soon as a certain guy wins, there was nothing but hackers and election interference involved with it. When another guy wins,
everything was free and fair, my friend.
And there was no way that this could ever happen in America except that one fucking time in 2016 where like that happened apparently. And I always thought that was weird, but okay.
Yeah.
Moving on, we don't want to talk too much about that or else.
That's right. That's right. Howdy, Mrs. B Local. Good to see you this evening. Thank you for stopping by this We All Gonna Die Wednesday. The whole B Local family. What's up? Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know how they do.
Dusty Country Roads. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Bug Out Adventures got banned from TikTok. Woo! Yes, sister. Yes. Fantastic. Let's see. Microwolf says 20% of the web. We use 80% of the web. That's what's classified as the black web we know by hackers. Yeah. 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 I mean, there's a whole another side of the internet, Livingston, man. The places that we don't go. The things that the government uses, you know, the dark web, they call it. I don't even know how to access that shit. So
I don't care to know.
Yeah.
I have no reason to go there. Apparently what they're doing over there is not really anything I'm interested in. I'm not really interested in buying fentanyl or, you know, Ukrainian refugees.
Yeah, no, not my cup of tea.
Not that I couldn't afford them. It's just not really my thing.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
The world is a twisted place. I was talking to my neighbors today, which is something everybody should do.
Yes, please go talk to your neighbors.
And we were talking about how like everyone is just very insensitive, and that's kind of a light word. But
short fused.
Yeah, nobody's got time for anything. And what I've noticed is like everyone is in such a fucking rush to get nowhere, to do things that they hate, just so they can go, I don't know, back home again. And I mean, I'm talking about crazy things. Whether you're running over animals on the highway because your ass either isn't paying attention to what you're doing because you're so busy doing some other nothing. There's hit and runs. People are running over people, not stopping, just leaving. They don't hold the door for you. They don't do this. They don't do that. Must have went dead on us. It's fine. Humanity as a whole, not as individuals, has become so insensitive, so selfish, so self-centered that's why the world is the way it is. Like whatever it is that happened, they made everyone like antisocial to a certain degree, right?
Do you think it was the restrictions, the closing down of work, and everybody being forced into their homes and away from everybody else?
I think that definitely
forced that issue.
It bred paranoia.
Yeah.
In some that trickled down to all of us. I don't care who you think you are. That nonsense episode in history affected you.
Oh yeah.
If it didn't, get off my fucking live stream.
Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you.
You must have been part of the problem.
Mr. B Local, you're 100% correct. I don't think anybody's been the same since. The psychological effects that it had on people, I think
It's stuck around.
I think in the years and decades to come, we will see how bad it really was, Livingston Man. But I don't think those have fully come to fruition yet. So, yeah, I think it's gonna.
I work in the industry of matrimony.
You don't see a lot of that anymore.
There's a big decline because that episode led to people not getting out. People weren't meeting each other. People were scared of each other. People were not dating. People were not hooking up. There was a lack of people coming together. 2 years or whatever we're going on, 3 years later, it's rippling down where like now what we're seeing, people are not consummating their relationship at the altar because those people never met each other and it doesn't exist.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Among so many other things.
Anne-Marie says, who won the bug out bag? Anne-Marie, the bug out bag is going to be drawn on Memorial Day, Livingston Man. We're going to try our best to get together on Memorial Day and slam a hot dog and pick some winners. That's the plan for Memorial Day. You've got a ton of time. Let's see, we got the rest of March, all of April, and most of May. So yeah, we're trying to raise as much money as we can for the MS Society. So the more entries that we get, the better.
If that fucking stink bug up there starts flying around, I swear to God.
You
guys
back.
met these stink bugs. Okay, remember when they first showed on?
The bugs are back.
Things. Like now, and then nobody cares. You know what? You real fucking Chinese national security issue.
Stink bugs right there.
They just show up here, billions of them everywhere.
You touch that thing.
They're fucking immortal and invincible.
You're done.
Like,
Yeah.
No natural predators. You can't kill them. They just come from nowhere.
Nothing wants them.
I'll tell you where they're coming from. That Chinese cardboard they keep sending us, bro.
Ed Bennett said, did anyone see the Belgian politician was sentenced to 1 year in prison for a text message in a group text? Interesting.
Yo, they talking about Canada handing out life sentences for misgendering people.
Welcome to Tyranny Actual, folks.
Whatever is going on up north, I thought y'all was friendly and polite. This don't sound like that.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Sounds pretty damn vindictive and bitchy.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
Life sentence because I misgendered somebody? Boy, I'm gonna make it good. I'm gonna make it good. If I'm going away for life, I ain't just misgendering one person. Wow. I'm misgendering all the motherfuckers. Everybody getting misgendered out here. How you doing, bruh?
Yeah.
Sup? Dude?
Everybody's bro and dude from now on.
Gender neutral terms is
so this is the point where YouTube tells us that we should insert an ad.
And you know what? I feel compelled to. I'm not gonna because I hate those.
So we turn those off for y'all.
You know what I do for you guys is because when I'm watching a YouTube video and you're like, here's the part I've been waiting for, and then
bam, let me hit you with an ad.
I'll click off your fucking channel. I don't even care what you say. Fuck you too, you corporate shill.
Oh, Papa's Farm. Thank you, my brother. Really appreciate you stopping by tonight. Good to see you, my friend.
Oh, cool. He's probably going to vote Democrat, right? If he's dead.
Yeah. They always do.
They got the zombie vote. You know what?
Joel, I have been to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I have been to Escanaba. I have swam at the beach there. Actually, beautiful town. I would compare it, Livingston Man, to the city of Hudson, but like 100 times the size. 100 times the size. And when you get down to the waterfront, it's not like the piece of shit Hudson River. It's the pristine Lake Michigan right there. Absolutely gorgeous. What a beautiful place. Yeah, Escanaba, baby.
I'm going to apologize for him comparing your town to Hudson, but he meant well.
Yeah.
he meant geographically, perhaps. Not physically.
Well, no,
culturally.
I would say
they got 1,000 antique stores.
In looks, no, they have the very cool Main Street.
They got the Galvan Foundation owns the whole town.
Rolls all the way down to the lake, which is very cool. But the ride back from the lake on your bicycle when you're young, that all uphill, man. Ooh, talk about suck. Been there before. But what a beautiful place. What a beautiful place. Lake Michigan is absolutely gorgeous. If you've never seen it, take a trip, go see it. Worth it. And Mr. Zero says, old Hudson was cool. New Hudson is boring.
I grew up in the streets of Hudson, late 80s, early 90s. That was the time, man.
Lucky to be alive.
It was definitely not as developed as it is now, and that's saying something because Hudson is trying to do whatever it is they're doing. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there.
Yeah, that's tough.
But it was cool, man. It was abandoned buildings. There was like nobody gave a shit. Black and white kids hung out together because we was all poor, and it didn't matter. Nowadays it's just stratified, and and it's not a Hudson.
Stratified's a good word for it. A very good word.
It's not only Hudson, it's everywhere. Everywhere I
Yeah.
go, you know what I don't see? Gangs of kids on their bikes, kids playing baseball, kids skateboarding, kids spray painting the walls, kids doing anything. I'm convinced that our 37 to 40-year-old, or a little bit more and less,
Right.
generation was the last one that lived life as actual children. Now,
Yeah.
all they do is they use
the phone,
this thing right here. And so
Yeah, that's your connection nowadays. Long gone are the days of going to somebody's house and knocking on their door. You know what I mean? It's almost unnatural for kids to speak to each other on the phone.
Yeah.
I noticed the other day that my kids really don't know how to answer a phone. They just kind of hit the button and wait for somebody to start talking. They don't really say hello or anything like that. There's no. And then it occurred to me that, you know, that phone etiquette that you learned growing up, talking to people, that with the cell phones, that never really happened, because it was just text messages and it was call me. And they would answer, hey, you know, and
I can't stand when somebody calls me. I hate it.
if listen, if you are in a life or death situation and they tell you, if you call, you got to call somebody. If they answer, we're going to the bottom of the river. Call him, because he's not answering your call. That much I about guarantee it. Yeah, I do have another friend who is the same way.
I'll text you, be like, yo, what's up?
While it's ringing, be like, what do you want? Oh man.
Saturday morning cartoons, wrestling too. Anybody the classic WWF, man?
Been there, bro. Been there. Oh yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
You know where I've been? You know the I don't know what it used to be, the Hudson Library, right there in front of John L. Edwards.
Okay.
We used to go there over the summer, and you could, like, nobody would really question you as long as you weren't doing anything crazy. We would just walk in there, and like you'd go upstairs in these weird storage rooms they had, and they had like chalk and all the school supplies and stuff.
Interesting.
The building is an old orphanage. It's a super old building, so it's interesting the way it works anyway. But if you just mind your business and walk in there, you just walk around.
Used to.
I don't know how that stuff works anymore because of the way people don't know how to act. But kids used to be punks. You know, I used to like jump in my neighbor's hedges and shit like a little asshole. You know, but none of this like cock.
Oh, the horror! He jumped in the hedges. Oh no.
All right, listen. At 40 years old, if some punk ass kid jumped in my fucking hedge, I'd
laugh my ass off at him. Be like, yo, that hurt like hell, didn't it?
No, but you ruined my fucking. I mean, I jumped right in this dude's like 6-foot boxwood, like fucking young punk, you know. But that was the worst things kids were doing.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't doing drugs, fucking
stealing catalytic converters.
You know, and using guns and all this ridiculous nonsense. We were out there like just playing freaking with Nerf footballs.
Do you remember the days when people actually used to get into fights and settle things with the fists in the street? You know?
Remember when the teachers would let you because that was
this kid, somebody's going to have to learn a lesson here. As long as nobody's really getting hurt. And then if somebody gets a bloody nose, it's all over now.
Right, you got him. Yeah, that's it.
Good job.
Better let him fight here now than fucking take it to the streets later.
Yeah.
But now everything's hands off.
Canadian says, thorn bushes. Go ahead. I'm saying, man. It's strategic planting, Livingston, man.
Well,
that's something I can get behind.
The experience I'm relating, this was this dude's like 6-foot tall boxwood bush that must have took forever. And here I go, just put a fucking punk ass Livingston man size hole in it. Like a prick. What's this guy talking about with all this?
As soon as Canada to decriminalize marijuana for recreational use, they lost their 2nd, 1st, 4th, and 5th, lost their constitutional rights, but they got dope. They can smoke though.
I can't speak to the Canadian Constitution.
I have no idea what the Canadian Constitution says, or if how Canada's Constitution's actually written. So.
And I hate to ask if you understand that Canada is not part of the United States.
Oh no, I'm sure.
Well, because then our Constitution, I hate to point out, does not apply to anyone else.
Grateful Prep says, fights, a little graffiti, ring and run, drinking in the woods, fun and harmless.
We used to say, we called it doorbell ditch, but yeah, ring and run, dude, that was awesome. And sometimes the homeowner was cool. They'd be like waiting for you. Like they'd chase you and shit. Like, oh man. Oh, yeah. I used to run from the cops. I used to run from the cops all the time. The one thing ain't changed is people, like Karens, do be calling the cops.
That's never changed.
No.
That's never
changed. And the police would roll up. Yo, this one time I did this wicked shit, man. I hid up under the drive shaft of my father's truck. Cop thought he had me. He seen me roll under the truck. He knew I was under that shit. He'd come down like, aha! And my ass wasn't there because I was up on top of the drive shaft. And then I hear my buddy, he rolled out, and I hear my buddy's voice in the bushes across the street. Stay put, he's gonna come back. Stayed put. He came back, think he was slick.
Still underneath there.
I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations is up. So
to this day, he could still be there.
I had to explain to when I came home with a huge, nasty strip of grease. What are you doing?
Man, it looked like you were hugging a drive shaft or something.
Play hide and seek with the bros, you know what I'm saying?
I hit it real good. Never found me. Never found me.
Oops, yeah, we sometimes refer to it as that, but we don't use that word anymore.
No, it's bad. Bad stuff, man.
We didn't know better back then.
Yeah, fouling. I agree with you. Tailgating in the woods. Yep. Yep, long gone.
Now you can't, because like
the prerequisites were
some well-meaning Karen is going to drive by on the road and be like, "They're it's on fire."
Well, you had to turn your keys in when you got there, right? You walk in the door and the old man would take all your keys. Ain't nobody going anywhere tonight. These are mine. You lock them in the safe, and you can go do whatever you want down the fields. And nobody leaves tonight. Tomorrow, after I see y'all and y'all eat breakfast here, then you can go.
Or how about you kids can hang out here, but like I really wish you'd pick up your garbage and just keep the place nice, and then the kids would do it.
Yeah, imagine that. Respectful. Yeah, big time, man.
Place called Buckwheat Bridge got everybody kicked out of there because us old guys, like, well, I was young at the time, but I'm old now. We used to take care of the place. The old man was like, "Listen, I don't mind you can in here and jumping off the bridge and swimming in the creek and whatnot.
No,
but like,
man,
just
enjoy it.
shit, don't be like trashing the place, and it's fine." And we didn't. And then like the new generation came along, ruined everything. He said, "Nah, y'all can't come here no more."
Fouling says, "I'm keeping my keys." Yeah.
Nowadays,
I
feel like perhaps I know
Back
this Mr. Maybe I don't know this Mr. Zero person, but he's familiar.
Yeah.
He's familiar.
Yep.
I may be the Livingston man, but he is one also, I think. He's familiar with the area. See, Livingston man is not a person. It's a
thing.
A species, right? So, conspiracy theory.
Okay.
James Bond is not a person. James Bond is a rank.
Oh, that would explain why so many different Bonds.
Discuss.
Bottle rocket and BB gun fights.
Oh yeah, will you shoot your buddy in the ass across the yard with the 177? Hey, take that, you sucker. I gotta take an unscheduled pit stop. Tires are flat.
He's done.
I'm going to bed.
He's out of here. He's had enough.
At least I didn't hot mic in the bathroom.
Fantastic. Still got an old BB in my chin. Good golly. Oh, Mr. Zero, that's hilarious. I can't wait till he reads that when we come back. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely got that persona about him, doesn't he? We're all Livingston man. Totally could be. I gotta be honest with you. If it wasn't for the Livingston man, I don't think I'd really do. I certainly wouldn't do hour-long live streams. I don't mind talking to the camera and interacting with you guys, but I don't think I could angry prepper it up, man, the way he can just go on about a topic for an hour. I know he hits a couple different topics, but man, he's got it going. I don't think I could discuss something for an hour straight. I don't know. Yeah, Kia Chris, those BB guns nowadays, they are not what they used to be, that's for sure. Oh, man.
Amen.
Oh, man.
Amen. Yay.
Mr. Zero says that we are all Livingston man.
I appreciate y'all. We are one.
Southern Tier Prepper, I agree. It's like Batman and Robin up in here. I was just telling everybody how I can't, I don't think I'd be able to do live streams if it wasn't for two of us being here. I don't know how Angry does it, man. He just sits there and just...
He's got his talking points and he rocks out.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, very professional. I am not that professional. No.
Bottle rocket fights, or even better is
Tubing. Now you're talking.
down the old Esopus.
Not the Esopus, man. The Taconic Creek, bro. We'd jump in back there, get stuck in farm fences. We didn't give a shit. We just went. We'd be coming down, all of a sudden it's like, look out, there's a cow. And you just gotta, try and get away from
Some
the
of
cow.
them folks, they do that on the road jam
Yeah.
too. They get crazy out
Yeah,
there.
man.
The Taconic is treacherous, bro.
Yeah.
I am very.
It's like, yo, we have to get out here. I'm like, no, man, this is awesome. He's like, no, there's a waterfall. I'm like, oh, okay.
If some of you ever watched some of my videos where I go and walk in the woods, I've often shown off portions of the Taconic Creek he's talking about.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's sick. She's a fickle
gorgeous.
mistress, isn't she?
Yep.
Clustering bees are? What do you mean? They're swarming. They're cleaning out the hive. Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah, they do swarm from time to time.
Especially now the weather was warm today. I don't know where you're from, but today in upstate New York, it was like hot outside. I got color, bro. Look at it.
Darn it.
Today. Okay, I promise you. Today. See it? That's not dirt.
I have my long sleeves
Some
on,
of it,
man.
some of it's dirt, but that's today. I was white as a ghost this morning. 70 degrees sun burning. I was like, God damn, it's hot. I'm about to go put shorts on.
So Mr. Zero says cows are definitely making a comeback around here. A little funny story about cows. This weekend was Hudson Jr.'s birthday. So we were heading up to Albany he wanted to go to the mall for his birthday and do a little shopping. Sure, kid, we'll take you up, do a little shopping. He's going on a trip soon. So
Kia Chris, you wild, bro. You can't
So
do that.
we're headed up there. And we get out to the end of our road. And I'm looking to the right, see if there's any cars coming. And my wife goes, oh my God. And I'm like, what's the matter? So we're just about at the stop sign at the end of the road, and she like stopped short. I'm like,
I was
"Whoa,
wearing
what's up?"
I was wearing gloves.
And I look to my left only to see a full-size, full-grown black Angus cow walk right in front of my car, down the side of the road, and proceeds to trot into the open field. And now it's on a straight gallop heading into the woods. Holy shit. Phalanx, I'm saying, it's headed right for us. Yeah. To see a full-grown black
Did you have
Angus.
the 4570 in the back window?
I'm ready to go to.
Take
I'm
'em
ready to
down.
go to the mall. I'm not in proper hunting attire here, Livingston Man, nor roping cattle at this point. Nor do I have rope. I'm in the wife's car. I am ill prepared for the situation. I'm like, honey,
P.O. Ackley over here.
Just
I
drive.
went to 243.
the best thing I can do is let Hunter and 25 know that there's a cow headed for his garage, and our dinner is now heading into the neighbors, and we should definitely go check this out.
We should just trap the cow in Hunter's garage.
So as I'm heading up the road from this, I don't get very far away. We're talking like less than a few hundred yards up the road. Here comes a pickup truck at me, and I'm like looking in the field like this, and I look back, and she's like waving to us. And I'm like, oh, the cow's right there. The cow's right there. So this is the lady who's looking for her cow. I still don't know if they found that cow. Last I knew, she was still looking for it. Homegirl took off. She was a recent addition to the farm, and just said freedom and plowed through the fence, and she's on the run.
In I think it's a Yellowstone Park, wherever they got the big
buffalo.
buffaloes.
Yeah.
There's a cow that has taken up with them
Oh yeah.
and like lives amongst its
That's
wild
where-
ancestors.
That's where she's headed.
See, I say, take the bell off your cow and let it hunt as nature intended.
Hunt that grass down, Bessie. Get it. Michigan Outpost, what's good, brother? Welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
I mean, I figure if the cow wants to be free, let the cow be free. If I had a pet cow, I tell you, I'd let it sleep in the bed with me. I'd be like,
Gonna need a bigger bed.
I'd like blow dry it and shit. Like I'd take care of this cow. I freaking like cows. I eat them. Not my cow though. I'll eat your cow.
Somebody else's.
Yeah, no doubt. Your
Yeah.
cow's for eating. Mine's not. It's that
Yeah.
simple.
But Hunter did think it was quite funny that I told him that our dinner was now running.
I can't believe he didn't run out there and blast it with his
Yeah.
fucking mafia pistol. Like, he fucking wraps it in he like quick wraps it in a cloth and throws it down a sewer. Like, yeah, that's his culture.
Yeah, I thought about.
Is he even here? Is he even here? Too cool? He's too cool.
Drops. I have
cool.
so I have not seen the buffalo in Yellowstone, but up in the high peaks of the Adirondacks, there is a buffalo farm up there that we go to quite often to go check out the.
Man, don't they weigh they're like a ton?
A buffalo family, yeah, they're huge. They're huge, and it's gorgeous too because you got like the high peaks of the Adirondacks in the backdrop, and there's like freaking buffalo in the valley below you. It's incredible.
All the history involved with buffalo and why they're rare is infuriating. They gave license to people to go out on the Great Plains and kill as many of them as they can. Not only did they want their fur, but they wanted to displace the Native Americans and remove their food supply.
That was
what was done to the buffalo was part of a policy of genocide.
Yeah. Sad, really. Sad. They're so limited numbers now, and to think that they used to like roam most of the country.
Quote, you could walk across their backs.
Yeah, they were so thick.
They just sent guys out there. This is stupid and going to sound dumb, but anyway. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, anybody? It's a video game where you get to play a cowboy. And so in the game, I ran across a dude who was a buffalo hunter. And he's bragging about how he gets like, $100 a pelt or something. And he's just sitting on top of this ridge, like smoking these buffalo. I shot him in his face. I didn't like what he was. What they showed me was poaching. And well, if this is the Wild West, then frontier justice, homeboy. I don't like
look at that. Yeah.
I'm a big animal person. I eat meat.
Joel. Oh man.
I eat meat. I got no qualms. Like chicken nuggets, I will eat the meat. That's fine. I will never, ever, ever be cruel to an animal for any reason. Any reason. And I have the least, if no respect for people who will be. Like, don't like fucking kick dogs and shit. Don't abuse your animals. Don't do that. I will kill you and eat you if you are like that. We should live in harmony with nature. Just because you're a human, you think you're some supreme being. You're the dumbest, most ignorant, walking sack of flesh on this planet. Everything else here knows how to exist here. We don't. We bend it to our will because we're cowards who refuse to accept the reality of what this planet is. Check yourself when you have those thoughts.
Ooh.
I just had to go there.
You say what you need to.
The meat industry is not animal abuse. Yes. Could it be more ethical? I don't know. How do you ethically kill something and eat it?
It's farming.
So it's
farming.
Yeah. But what I mean is like when there's cases of like when you're gonna eat this thing, don't be mean to it.
Yeah.
Things like this.
I'm a big time outdoorsman. I love hunting. It does take a little piece of you when you take an animal. There's definitely
it should
when you approach it, the whole you say thank you, you appreciate your creator for the gifts that he's given you and the harvest, and you do your best to not let any of that go to waste. That's my opinion.
I have a dog and 3 cats, Yardbirds. I am a man. I love my little baby girl cat the most. She's my little daughter.
I've got 2 dogs. 2 dogs. Absolutely love my dogs. They are part of my family. They are treated like part of the family. I'm
a little extremist, even when I come to like hunting. Now, archery, like you standing in a tree wearing a ghillie suit and like they never even saw it coming. You like let it get real close and you get one shot.
No, that's my favorite hunting.
These guys, like, they're going to send in a fucking, like, they're going to call...
I got a 338 Lapua, mountaintop to mountaintop, gonna shoot me a sheep.
Yeah, why are you even wearing camouflage, dude? You're 5 miles away dropping an artillery strike on that shit. This ain't that's not hunting. That's not hunting. You hunted nothing. You sat there until you saw something and then blasted it from 3 miles away. Like, congratulations.
Crack shot, you are 100% correct. Life lives on life. The cycle is cruel. Correct. Nature is not often...
forgiving,
non-violent. If you've ever seen a bear eat, it's not a very nice thing. An alligator, any predatory animal, It's not very nice. We are them, they are us, we are the same. We're omnivores, though. That's the good news, is we can get by with just about anything, you know.
Wait,
even this processed shit they've been giving us, right? So,
what do they call that? Like a dissonance. You can hold two beliefs at once.
correct.
Like I don't agree with like fucking abusing and killing animals, but I love me a cheeseburger, if that makes sense. I would hope that the thing wasn't abused before I got it, you know. And
for sure. It's
one of those things you gotta wrap your mind around and go both ways about it. But that's my thing. Like, especially when it comes to pets or animals that you're like have taken on or been given a protector role.
Yeah.
If you have pets and you're mean to them, die slow.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
They depend on you. They look at you as children. People, especially like the easiest example here is like people who abuse their dogs. And then the dogs will attack the people that have come to rescue the dog from the abuse because they love their owner unconditionally.
Yep.
The person that starves them, beats them, and and it's heartbreaking.
Unfortunately.
It's the worst sin in the world. And anyone that does that, you should off yourself.
I take very much into consideration the way my dogs act when somebody new comes around. If my dog doesn't like you, I'm probably not going to talk to you again. Or if I don't like the way that you treat my dogs, I'm probably not going to talk to you again.
My dog had a little beagle. My dog was sniffing this like guy's leg at this party I was having. I didn't know the dude too well, but he was at my house, and the dog was sniffing his leg, and she jumped up on him.
Mm-hmm.
He kicked her away.
Yeah.
Knocked the fuck out by 3 people.
Yeah, you'll have that. Yeah, especially in the wrong house. I care about my dogs more than I care about most people. So
that's an easy an easy choice. I'll tell you what. Mr. Zero, I believe in that. A special place for animal abusers where they get put through what they put their victims through.
Sure. For sure.
Forever.
Yeah.
And it's the only solace we can really take, right? So off that horrible topic, now that we're done with that, I'm going to eat me a cheeseburger after. Sorry.
Absolutely. So now it's time to get down to eating animals.
I went to this restaurant. As a matter of fact, I'm going to throw a
Been
shot.
there before.
Maybe some of you have. If you're from the Hudson area, you've been to the Grazen, I don't know if they're diner, restaurant, whatever. Used to be called the Columbia Diner, right on Warren Street in Hudson.
Oh.
I go there, order this burger. I'm like, okay. Farm to table.
Sure.
Order this burger, and it was good. Should have bacon and cheese.
Yeah.
It's good. The owner of the restaurant feels it necessary to come to the table with a picture of this cow. I'm like, what's this? Like, we want me to adopt a cow? He's like, this is the cow you're eating. I'm like, okay.
Thanks.
Very cool. I don't know what you thought was going to happen there. I don't care how to name and children, all this shit. It's a cow. At the same time, if I was in the field and they were like, we're taking Clarabelle to the slaughter, I'd be like, the fuck you are. Oh no, you go over my dead ass.
No, we're taking you.
Yeah,
we're taking you.
You know what I mean? So again, like
we're gonna bring you right on down to the Haitian meat market.
It's possible to hold dual beliefs about something.
Yeah.
And it's your own thing to deal with in your own mind, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, everybody fights it their own way. Some people can't justify it, so they say, you know what, I'm only going to eat plants.
Cool.
Live your life, man. Do your thing. To each their own.
I love that people are like hostile towards vegans. They're like, why are you like this? I'm like, wow, cool, more burgers. Awesome.
Yeah. Do what you want, man. Do what
Who
you
cares
want.
if that guy doesn't want to eat burgers? Great.
Live your life. That's the joy of freedom, man. You're free to do what you want.
He's like, all he wants to sit there
it.
and like eat his asparagus jerky, and that's fine. Like, why? He didn't tell you had to. If he did, he's a prick about it. But if he didn't, he just wants to eat his asparagus jerky. Leave him alone.
Phalanx K9. I think the dogs have had their time throughout history, where they were held in higher regard. Cats in Egypt were like gods.
Listen, if you look at a cat, that's God. I know y'all see it. They don't.
Yeah, but the dog is literally God spelled backwards.
Well, see, the way it works is dogs consider humans God. Cats consider themselves God.
Apex predators.
Forward facing. Ambush.
JD Etheridge says cows eat plants, so beef is eating vegetables. Absolutely, just secondhand vegetables. That's all.
Judging by your whole canine modular dog training thing, I'm going to assume that you're a little bit biased towards dogs, but you never met my cat Oliver. You want to talk about
yeah. Homeboy was pretty weaponized. I got to be honest with you. That cat was weaponized. An apex predator who will purr at you and then turn around and just like swat at your face.
And it was to teach you a lesson. It was to remind you that
I didn't do nothing. I was
than.
like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And he's like, "Ah!" I was, "Whoa!" He was, Vision, very close to Bob the cat. You know, there's a cat that we found in Brooklyn. Well, we didn't really, but this is how the story goes. We found him in Brooklyn, picked him up, brought him out to Vision's thing. He kicked some raccoon's ass the one night. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Bob the cat was busting up raccoon rings in Dayton, Ohio. Shit is real out there.
The reason the reason cats and dogs were domesticated in the first place is they could do different roles.
Absolutely.
The dogs could protect the camp, suck up the leftover food. They could do lots of things.
The Irishman, yes, Red Hook, Brooklyn, correct.
And the cats kept the vermin out of the grain stores and out of the produce that they were trying to save over the winter and stuff. So the bond between humans and cats and dogs is ancient.
Big time. Big time.
We are, in my opinion, we have, the three of us, cats, dogs, and humans, become symbiotic species.
Oh yeah.
It's why we, to this day, keep them around. Why they're a thing.
Absolutely, Phalanx. He says the cats keep the mice out of the house and the dogs keep the wolves away.
That's right. And what he means is quote unquote wolves. Yeah. Interpret that however you want.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be one of them werewolf preppers.
Well, motherfuckers with sharp teeth creeping around. You know what I mean?
Those are just assholes.
And then you got to have more than one because you need the little dog to wake the big dogs up. Like the little motherfucker. Oh my Lord, that's the house I ain't breaking into.
Livingston, man, there is one thing.
They got a Pomeranian. I'm not going in there.
One thing that I cannot do, and that is dogs that are cat size or smaller. Just go get yourself a cat, my friend. Go get yourself a cat. Well, folks, that's it for us tonight. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival. We want to thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. And we will catch y'all on the next one. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival. Out of here.